treating acute, chronic, and severe pain. Come listen to the show and see how we can help you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Leslie, also known as the Laser Lady. We are live on 4 radio stations, and I want to thank the Beasley Radio Network. You can listen to us on 95.3 FM, 1470 AM, 96.9 FM, and 103.9 FM. Thank you so much for listening. So today's topic is going to be overcoming stress. But before we talk about that, just a little bit of information for those that don't know about us yet. So in 2010, my daughter Lee was diagnosed with a disease called trigeminal neuralgia, which is stabbing facial pain, and is also known as the suicide disease. And of course, as a mom, something like that is devastating. And I did a lot of research and came across laser therapy that changed her life and my life. And she got completely better from that. And her entire story is on our website, carmencarelaser.com. And you can read all those details on there. But I always just like to introduce myself, knowing that we have a lot of information about how laser therapy can help the very, very severe, those suffering with severe pain. So we opened up our clinic in 2013 in Boca Raton, Florida. And since then, we have been treating over 35,000 treatments with people who are suffering with acute pain, chronic pain, and very, very severe pain. And what do we use? Laser therapy. Now, many times people think laser therapy is something that's going to be cutting you or burning you or hurting you in any way. So you really have to know the difference between the surgical laser, where they cut and burn, they burn off tissue, and they do the laser, face regeneration, where they burn off a couple of layers of your skin and that regrows. Well, that's like an invasive laser. That is absolutely not the type of laser we use in the clinic. We use something that stimulates your cells to repair themselves. It's really fascinating, and there are tons of studies. And more and more is being known about laser therapy. When I did research back in 2010, when my daughter was sick, there was barely any information about laser therapy. But now 10 years have passed, and you can see and learn so much about it. More and more studies are coming up. There's a really great study online that I pulled up about post-traumatic stress. Can you believe that? I mean, it's just amazing how this laser is put on the head, and it goes deep penetrates deep into the brain area and stimulates the brain cells so that you can basically reduce that post-traumatic stress that's happening. And that is just an amazing breakthrough. And we're also seeing with traumatic brain injury that we're getting remarkable results. People who have migraine headaches and all those different things. So with the traumatic brain injury, we're really excited because we're in the negotiations with the NFL. So hopefully we can make a change there as well, because so many, players are being hit with these balls and getting concussions, and they're just falling and being hit, and they are suffering severe traumatic brain injury. And with the laser, we can hopefully increase their healing and really help with that so that they don't suffer in future games. So let's hope that we can get through with that. And that will be something very, very exciting that will be coming up. So there are a lot of things that we can treat with laser therapy, because the thing is, we don't really treat a disease. So we don't treat something specific, but what we're doing is we are giving your body the capability to heal itself. So the laser stimulates your cells and activates the mitochondria, which is like the battery of your cell, so that it charges up and it does the job that it's supposed to do. So your red blood cells are really supposed to bring oxygen to all your cells in your body, to your organs. And we all know how oxygen is just the most important thing for your body. So when we give laser therapy and we charge up those cells, now you're feeling more energized, and your body can start healing on a very natural and on a cellular level, as we call it. So this way we can treat things like, it's say, your knee pain or back pain or migraine headache, because we are all cells. We have 100 trillion cells in our body, and all these cells react to this light. And that's why we can use one machine and help with so many different things, which is really quite remarkable. And our clinic is one of the few clinics in Boca Raton that actually just does laser therapy. And we use laser therapy for so many different things, for the body to heal, but then we also use it as a form to detox, and we use it for the emotional support. So we're going to get into that a little bit. So in our clinic, we offer stress reduction in various ways. So the most usual thing that we can do when people are in stress is really offer the Reiki sessions. Now, Reiki is a Japanese healing art, which what you're using is the energy that is available to us in the universe, and we connect to that, and we bring that into our body and just really calm ourselves down. Because what happens when we have stress, and now it's just been so stressful for everybody. I mean, we're all dealing in general with our stress, just in general, money, families, schools, all those things. And then COVID-19 happened. So that was even a bigger stress on our body. And now, unfortunately, with all the protests going on and the danger that's out there for everybody and the uncertainty, we are right now on such a high stress level. So what happens when we are so stressed is that we are just in a constant fight or flight mode. And I'm sure you've heard about this, but it's so important to emphasize this. Years and years ago, when we were out, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, we would go out hunting and we would maybe come across a bear or some animal that would want to attack us. And we would either have to fight or flight. So we would have to either run really, really quickly and climb up a tree. And that's when all the hormones would go out into our body, give us strength into our arms. And that's really leaving our organs and giving us strength to run so that we could climb a tree. We're up there, we're safe. The bear, the animal leaves, and then our stress level goes down again. But today, unfortunately, we are in constant stress. It's not a bear anymore, but it's the money situation, the COVID situation. It's our children, teaching them now, homeschooling them. It's just stress, stress, stress. All we have all day long is stress. So we are never coming out of that stressful situation. We are constantly pumped with hormones that we really shouldn't be dealing with all day long. So what that does is it's taking away the oxygen to our heart, to our kidneys, to our lungs and liver. Just everything is compromised because we are constantly in that stress. So the first thing we really need to do is take a deep breath and just relax for a second and focus on what is it that is important to us in our life. Are we going to just keep chasing and just keep getting up and just keep being stressed? That's really not going to change much in our life. What we need to do is just breathe, a lot of breathing, believe it or not, a lot of breathing. So anytime a stressful situation comes up, just take a deep breath and just let everything settle, because the problem's going to be there. But if we can deal with it when we are calm and when we are composed, it's going to be much easier to deal with it than if we are constantly stressed. So that's the first thing that we all can do, is just take a deep breath. Then when you want to learn about Reiki, and that's something that we can teach in our clinic, or we offer one-on-one with Zoom calls, and that can be something that is so impactful. I've taught a lot of these Reiki sessions online, especially during the COVID-19 period. And so many people afterwards said, thank you so much. I just feel so much calmer and I can deal with things in my life much easier. Because what we do is we just really take that energy that's out there, we bring it into our body, and we just bring it into our cells, and we close our eyes and we visualize something peaceful. And just doing that for a few minutes a day can really calm everything down. And then you're addressing things that are happening in the day based on, a normal thought. You're not basing it on fear or anxiety. So that is really something very important that you can all do immediately. So just know that anytime something's out there that's stressing you, take a deep breath first. So that's the most important thing that you can do for yourself. Then there are things that we can do for stress, all with the laser, which I'm going to show you now or explain to you a little bit now. So as I said before, you can use laser therapy, which we have in our clinic, and you literally, so this is one of a very good MR5 laser. It has 5 different lasers in it. And again, this does not cut or burn or anything like that. And we use this, and we put this directly on the head, and it cannot hurt you in any way. And these laser beams, they penetrate very deep, and they start giving calming light to all your cells. And you start feeling very relaxed. It helps a lot with if you have insomnia, so like if you're tired. And so, that's just a very, very good thing that you can do for your body itself. So I'm going to explain a little bit more further on as we're going to go to commercial right now, and then I'll come back to you and explain other things you can do for your stress.
Hello to those suffering with fibromyalgia or chronic pain. Have you seen specialist after specialist and no one's been able to help you? And maybe you've been told it's in your head now. Please don't give up. We need to talk to you. Give us a call. And if you qualify, it's easy, pretty fast, and painless. Stop the pain and start the healing with Carmen Care. You've been watching Leslie, the Laser Lady. Let's get back to the show where you can learn about how we heal chronic pain.
Hi again, and thank you for continuing to listen to the Laser Lady. So we also have this laser here that is for the detox. This is quite amazing. So I want to give you some examples. I had some patients that came to us, and one girl came to us, she was having pain in her foot. And while we were treating her, she was also saying that she was suffering terrible anxiety, depression, some just didn't feel right. She always felt foggy. She just never had any, real thoughts. Like she would just lose her train of thought all the time. And she was even seeing a psychiatrist because she felt just very disoriented and she didn't feel herself. Well, at our clinic, we very often just do a test with them using these little vials that we put on the body, and we muscle test you. And we see if this vial is disturbing anything that's going on in your body. So we tested this young lady, and she came up with something called Accutane. Now, she never used Accutane, and Accutane is something that you use when you have acne. So she never used that. But unfortunately, these chemical substances are in our water, or they're somewhere because she picked it up from somewhere because she was positive on that. So what we did is we did one laser detox on her. And so we take this vial, we put it in this laser, and the laser becomes the carrier. So the laser light carries the frequency of this vial in here. And all we do is we follow certain meridians in the body, and we detox the person like this. It's a little bit, more extensive than that. It's maybe about a 2 or 3 minute process, but we detoxed her from this Accutane. Within 2 or 3 days, she came back and she was a completely different person. She said she could think clearly. She could visualize things. She could say sentences in a row. That fogginess was lost. So what happened is her body was able to release those toxins that really attach themselves to your red blood cells. And as I said before, those red blood cells are responsible to bring oxygen to your organs. So now if those red blood cells are rid of that toxin, they are free, they are stronger, they can bring and hold more oxygen and bring those to your organs. So detoxing, something so simple, it's just unbelievable how one little vial, detoxing of that, can really make such an impact. So that's also a stress in your body. So basically, when we talk about stress, they're all different kinds of stress, like we were talking about before, the stress of paying bills and what's going on in our life. But chemicals and toxins can also cause a very big stress in our body and cause us to feel sluggish and down. So that's something that we offer in our clinic as well, to come in and we will have an evaluation with you and see what toxins could be causing you certain things, brain fog or tiredness, or even, runny nose, or just not feeling well. And one of the very easy things is the dioxin that we detox you from. So a lot of these young ladies, and also some middle-aged ladies that still have their monthly cramps, come into us and we use dioxin, which is a herbicide that is found in so many things, in milk and meat, obviously in all the vegetables, and we're ingesting that. And again, this is a toxin that our body can't deal with. So what it does, it just stores it somewhere in fat cells and in our body, and then it just can't get rid of it. So we do one simple detox, again, just with this laser and the dioxin vial. And we do this detox just one time. And most, I would say about 99% of the people come back, the ladies come back and saying, wow, I had no problem this time of the month. And it's just such an easy thing for everyone to do. So I really recommend that anybody that's in South Florida, it's worth just coming to see us just for that quick detox. So easy and so fast. So now, before we go to the next commercial, or we'll go to the next commercial, when we come back, I'll give you a little bit more information on how we can help you with chronic pain.
Hi, golfers and tennis players. Do you suffer with some pain in your shoulder, knee, back? Hello to those suffering with migraine headaches. Have you seen specialist after specialist and no one can seem to help you? Well, possibly we have a solution for you. But we need to talk to you first, so give us a call. And if you qualify, it's going to be easy, quick, and painless. Stop the pain and start the healing with Carmen Care. You've been watching Leslie, the Laser Lady. Let's get back to the show where you can learn about how we heal chronic pain.
Well, hello again, and thank you for listening. It's been great talking to you and explaining all the different things that we do at our clinic in Boca Raton. So let's talk about chronic pain. And we have developed this protocol that we address those three things that we just talked to you about: treating the trauma to the cells with the laser, these lasers over here, and we have very big lasers in the clinic that I can't show you here, but we have class 4 lasers that are high powered. We have this Icon machine that does lymphatic drainage to just get your body clean and moving all the lymph through your body. And then we use this laser detox to get rid of the toxins that are in your body. And we also address your emotional with either Reiki or with Psyche, or we have some biofeedback machine that is absolutely fabulous. Dr. Kim works with us, and she will hook you up to this machine that you just hold on to, and the machine will start reading all these frequencies. And the best thing is the interpretation that she does is absolutely mind-blowing, and it's fascinating. And so when we work together, I can talk to her after and see what has come up. So what part of the body do we need to address as well? So are there any kind of organs that might be compromised? So we will help those with laser therapy and strengthen that and give you a good wellness. And if there are any specific toxins that she can pick up on, so we can do the detox on that as well. And then obviously the emotion. So many times, we are so sick, or people have come to us that have just been so sick for so many years that they start believing that it's all in their head. Because unfortunately, when you are sick for so many years and you've gone from doctor to doctor to doctor, of course the doctors are trying their best, but there are some things that are just outside the box that are just not being considered today. So something like that Accutane with this other girl I told you about before the commercial, where she was just depressed and she was seeing a psychiatrist, and this was going on for months and months and months, and she was actually even suicidal. And then we do one detox of Accutane and she's completely fine. So those are things that the medical field isn't considering. And please, I love the medical field. I'm thankful. They are amazing. This is a plea to work together. That is really the goal of this, is that we have traditional medicine and we have complementary medicine and we work together, and together we will get much better results. There was this other gentleman also who came to me, and he was working in oil fields in South Africa. And he came to us and he had terrible pain, but in addition to his pain, he again couldn't breathe properly. He didn't smell anything anymore. And he was just very, very sick because he was subjected to these oil fumes for a whole month. And then he would come back to Florida. So what we did, we researched a little bit to see what toxins are in all these oil fumes when they're being burnt. We ordered them all and we detoxed him one after another. And when he went back to South Africa and came back to Florida a month later, he came into the clinic and just gave us this biggest hug and said, I can't believe it, but I am feeling fabulous. I was able to go to the ocean. I smelled the ocean again. I had no more anxiety, no more depression. So all those things that he was experiencing were really due to toxins, to environmental toxins. So I really ask all those people that are suffering with, emotional things that they think are going on because of maybe what's going on in life, but possibly it's a toxin, it's a chemical. Lead, mercury, all those heavy metals, they sit in the brain and they can really give us that feeling of being bogged down. So, you can give us a call and I will be so happy to give you a free consultation, either over the phone or over Zoom. Even if you're not in Boca Raton, even if you're not in Florida, we can talk to you from anybody all over the world and just talk to you a little bit and understand what is going on in your body. Maybe we can help you any way that we can. You can call us at 561-405-9577. Call us at any time. We have an answering service, so you can be from anywhere. Just give them your name and your number, and then we will get back to you within 24 hours. And it's real easy. It's just so quick. We can just have a quick conversation. And then if you're interested, you can either come into the clinic or we can even help you just over a Zoom call or over the phone. So again, I just want to recap for you that you have to believe that there is hope. When my daughter was sick with trigeminal neuralgia and the doctors were saying there's no hope, there's only surgery, there's only medication, and this is her life, she'll be in bed for the rest of her life, I didn't want to believe it. And I was not going to believe it. And I tried everything I could and we found a solution, and she's doing fabulous now. She is now 10 years pain-free. So I please ask you, have hope. Know that for those suffering with chronic pain, there is a solution. And please give us a call again at 561-405-9577. Or you can visit us on our website at carmencarelaser.com. And I thank you so much for being here tonight and for listening. And I hope to see you soon and talk to you soon again. I wish you all a wonderful night, and remember to breathe. Good night, everyone.
Thank you so much for listening, and please tune in next week at the same time, and I'll look forward to talking to you then.